Monday, the 28th of March, 2022, 20 till 9. Georgia 27, US 25, US 341. We're headed north towards Jessup. We have just left the Altamaha Regional Park. Brunswick is behind us, Jessup's in front of us. We're headed to Sansavilla Sand Bluffs, Georgia Department of Natural Resources Wildlife Management Area. There are several wildlife management areas along here, several on the left. Drive. We're going to try to keep the sun at our back all day today as we head back towards either Athens or Archie, Georgia. Probably get 100 gigs of video plus. Saturday and Sunday we got over 200 gigs total. I would think we can get over 100 today. Using 3 different cameras. This is the GoPro Black 10. I've had all kind of trouble with it. Getting hot, cutting off, the battery's not lasting as long as it should. But Saturday, or was it Sunday? Saturday, it lasted, it did excellent. Surprised me. I got videos over 30 minutes, 2 different videos. We also use a Osmo 1, DJI Osmo 1, a Samsung S20, and even a Nikon B600. At 1920 by 1080, 60 frames a second. YouTube recommends 1920 by 1080, 30 frames a second, but this GoPro will not do, it'll do 30 frames a second, but it does high efficiency video, and my editing software in the computer does not want to read that. MP4 file. We've got to watch, we will get past our turn. Is this it? Georgia Department of Natural Resources, something or other. Check station. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. We're going to turn this one off and start another video. Monday, March the 28th, 2022, 8:45 in the morning. We're at Sansavilla Wildlife Management Area. We're going to go to the Sansavilla Sand Bluffs. I really like this place. We're going to make a quick turn here at this United Methodist Church. This is a very nice, very pretty little church. I've got video of it before, probably in better light. we'll see how that does. A little campground over there to the right. I met a couple over there. They just sold their house. They were pulling a camper with their truck, and they were going to stay there for the summer, and then, or yeah, they were thinking about getting a house or buying a place where they could put their camper up in North Georgia and come down here for the summer and up there for the winter. Not a bad idea at all. Now I will turn this off until we get to the crossroad. We're also going to go to Williamsburg Landing. There's a boat loading, unloading area. People have camped there. I don't know if camping is allowed there. There's no hookups, there's no water, there's no electricity, but I think you can camp there. I'm not sure about this other place where we're going, Sand Bluffs, but it's under the power line. I would give it a shot. If somebody came and run you off, just run you off. But if you're going to camp here, you need bug spray, unless you're immune to, unless bugs don't like you. Okay, let's turn it off until we get to the crossroad. Okay, coming up here on the crossroads, to the right will end up taking you back out up there to the church, unless you take a couple of other little side roads. To the left, we're going to come out and take that back over to Williamsburg Landing. The state of Georgia has bought up an awful lot of land along both sides of the Altamaha River. I think they want to preserve it and re-establish it, trying to put it back to its natural habitat. The gopher tortoise, the indigo snake, the critters that are indigenous to the area. They manage the forest, control burns, timber. Is that a Baltimore Oriole or an Oreo? I don't think it was a red-winged blackbird. It could be, but I don't think so. I don't know if camping is allowed here or not. I haven't seen any no camping signs. I don't know if they've got this little parking area cleaned up here. Somebody has used it as a dump before. Fire brakes cut. We will go and loop around at the Sand Bluffs and then finish taking the road on over to where it dead ends. And come back and stop at the Sand Bluffs and get a couple pictures and video. Also, there's parking right here. People have used that as a dump out there. I can't tell. What is it? Was that a cat out there? I think it's trash. I think that's trash. Yeah, someone has dropped a chair out here. I just don't understand. As easy as it is to get rid of your stuff, why would you do this? There's no need in this. Forewarned, these sand bluffs, and I found this out by looking. I have not had a bad experience, but these sand bluffs are undercut and they will fall off into the river. So you have to be careful. Don't get too close. And you come here during the summer or bug season, you better have some bug spray if they don't bother, unless they don't bother you, because they will eat you alive. The love bugs have been so bad here, when you pull up you just see them. It's hard to even breathe without breathing one in. They're not aggressive, but they're mating, and they're flying around, and there's so many of them, it's hard to explain really, but there's so many of them that you will breathe them in if you're not careful. So the river is up, it must be high tide. We're going to go down to where it dead ends, and then we'll come back and stop and walk down sort of close to the sand bluff, but not too close. But I think you could camp here. I don't know. I would, you know, it'd be a good idea to check with the Department of Natural Resources. I'm certainly not going to say to camp. I'm just saying I don't see a no camping sign. Fire break cut. Stop and check that flower out on the way back. That was interesting. There's some more. What are these things? We'll have to check them out. Maybe audience participation can identify them for us. They're all over, which is good. Probably a nice little wildflower. Some of these wildlife management area roads down here are very sandy, a whole lot worse than that, and even in a four-wheel drive you need to be careful. You could get stuck. Yeah, this van is a two-wheel drive. There are a couple of these wildlife management areas I don't drive the road because this may be 50, 75 yards of very deep sandy road, and if I had a winch I would go on down them, but don't have a winch. I think there's a path down to the river from where this dead ends. But like I said, this side drops off, looks like a good 30 feet. Looks like we're going downhill. It may be a little less down here. I think you can probably follow a path. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it though, does it? cutting the camera off because you can't ever tell when something may run across the road and we miss it, because there's no way you can get it cut back on in time. But we're going to turn it off and we're going to stop at a little patch of those flowers and see what we've got going on with them. The pines, some of them already have 6 inches of new growth on them. I think I've heard a hawk. Yeah, I don't recognize this flower. Audience participation, please. The leaves look very familiar. Here is another one. And that may not be new growth, that may be pollen. I don't remember seeing a stalk like that before. Oh, it feels like, I think it is new growth, look. Audience participation again. Okay, we're back at Sand Bluffs, looking upstream, and right across there in front of us, when the water's down, that is a huge sandbank. That'd be a great place to camp if you're doing a river trip. It'd be sandy, but I've seen alligator, turtle, and all kind of stuff out there in the river. I'm going to get down a little bit closer, but you can tell how it just drops straight off, and it's usually undercut several feet. We can just cave in any time. I don't know how much. It could probably cave in back 10-15 feet. I don't know. I don't know how you'd get up from back down there. Yeah, you can see how it's undercut right there. We're not going to get any closer.